toast to their career.
The perfect combination, boy.
Hemp hard, legends in the South.
This is sports fans' only home for the hottest sports show around. These guys are on fire.
You're now listening to KJ and Sean Mack. Now let's talk some damn sports.
Yes, welcome back to Sports Fans Only. This is your host, KJ.
And I'm Sean Mack.
A little late there on the little handoff there, huh?
I was. I can't lie.
But yes, this is Sports Fans Only. I'm KJ, that's Sean Mack. And this segment, we're going to talk a little LeBron James in this NBA season. But before we do that, Sean Mack, take it away.
All right. First, I'd like to say this segment is being brought to you by Roadrunner Mexican Restaurant, located at 2931 Fairfield Avenue in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Now, Kay, the chef of this restaurant is a friend of mine. Okay. The local legend himself, Chef Luis. He's famous in the Fairfield area for serving great Latin food. He's my boy. You got to get down there. Now, okay. I just want to say right fast, I love nachos. Me and nachos go way back like car seats, Cadillac seats at that. And get down there. I love Latin food, but just make sure you get down there. Once again, this segment is being brought to you by Roadrunner Mexican Restaurant, located at 2931 Fairfield Avenue in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yes, sir. And before we go any further with that, I just want to make this one little quick confession. Let's see. It's been about 6-7 years ago now. I tasted my first authentic taco. Now, for people like me, going to Taco Bell, that was the place to go. Taco Bell. I used to love me some Taco Bell until I tasted authentic Mexican food, and it makes Taco Bell just seem like you can't even call that Mexican. That's like fast food stuff. So,
yeah.
When you get yourself some authentic Mexican food, especially like nachos, like it's night and day. So I haven't been there personally, but I want to check it out. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. So
we'll when we have to go shoot some footage on Sunday, we'll be near the area. We'll stop down there and take some pictures with them and everything.
Oh, I'm glad you just said that. We're going to be filming at Shelton Sports Center. Am I saying that right? Yes. Shelton Sports Center. We're going to be filming out there. So we're going to have some good footage for you guys. We're going to be doing a little golf range, hitting some golf balls, little batting cage. We're going to make a fool of ourselves pretty much for you guys.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Make ourselves look silly for your entertainment. So I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be up on the internet probably sometime in the middle of next week. So anyway, let's get into this basketball talk, my friend.
This segment, we're going to be looking at the bubble since the NBA is back. As you can see, I have my Lakers versus Celtics and my Bulls versus Blazer Genesis games up there for the throwback old heads. And we're going to be speaking on LeBron. We're going to discuss if LeBron, if he win a championship this year, where will we put him? If he doesn't win a championship this year, does it hurt his legacy? Do we think he'll get back to a championship? Or even, I don't know, does he even deserve the MVP this year? So let's get into it, Kay. What you want to talk about first? Let's talk about them getting to the bubble and getting to the championship. If LeBron James win this championship this year, does it count?
That's a tough question, man. I've been thinking about this for the last couple of weeks. Ever since we knew that the basketball season was about to return and, they had to go through how many games do they have to play before they get to the playoffs? Do you know that?
I think 8.
Don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, 8.
I think 8 too.
8, yeah.
Right? Okay. So they play 8 games, pretty much like a warm-up, like a preseason. That's going to be like their preseason all over again. Do I think that it will count if LeBron wins? I want it to count so bad. You know I do.
Yeah, I know you do. That's why I'm asking. I'm looking at you and I'm like, what are you really gonna say? I want to see what your heart says. What do you think?
In all fairness and all honesty, I think it should count only because they played 75% of the season, right? They had played 60 games, so they only had 22 games left to play before they got to the playoffs anyway. They were already in first place the whole season, pretty much in the West. They were number one. Bucks were number one in the East. Now that's my only issue with this is how would it have played out if, I'm sorry for pausing, I'm trying to word my words right. How would it have played out if it was a regular season and the Clippers were at full health and the Bucks were at full health? I just don't know if you can compare what's going on now. Because like the Lakers, they don't have Rondo.
No.
They don't have Avery Bradley.
Nope.
So that's huge. I mean, those were their 2 point guards outside of LeBron. When LeBron wasn't on the court, those two they filled in and played point guard. Now you got Caruso. So I don't know. A part of me wants to say it will count because they've lost a few of their pieces, and if they still go and win it, that says a little something about them. I'm just not sure, Matt. I don't know.
Oh, right.
I want it to count. I'm just not sure.
All right. For everybody out there, as you can see, hold on.
All right. Oh, look at that sports fans only.
But you're not going to want to talk to me in a few after this. But yeah. I'm going to say it like this for the fans, make it easy. He's pussyfooting around. It won't count. You know why it won't count? Because it's no normalcy to the actual process. Everyone's going through this at the same time. So it'll count if, like, let's say, for some reason, it's weird. Listen to me. Okay. If Giannis wins, it counts. If Kawhi wins, it doesn't. If LeBron wins, it doesn't. Somehow Westbrook and Harden pulls it together and win, it counts. Why? I don't know. I'm going off the feeling in my heart.
I think that's more or less what you want to happen.
No, I'm just saying, like, because remember, when we're talking about LeBron, it's all talking about history in comparison to the greatest, right?
Yeah.
So in a pantheon of greatness, in the threshold of being a champion, you don't take shortcuts. Nobody else has had a shortcut, a great. Only one I can come up with right now would be Duncan in that short and lame year of 1999.
I was going to just bring that up.
But it was different. They started playing games late. They played games, took a break, came back, did a short preseason, then a short season, then a late in playoffs. So it's just everyone's in bizarro world. Everyone's in uncharted territory, per se.
Yeah, and I agree, but everybody's in it. Just like when they had the shortened season with the Spurs, everybody was in it. Now, I'm just making my case. Deep down, I just know everybody's not going to accept it, right? Like you said, if the Greek Freak wins, everybody will accept it.
Yeah, they will.
I agree with your sentiments.
Right?
Totally. Is it fair, though? I
No.
don't think it's fair just because the Lakers were the best team in the West the entire year. There's no question about. Now, regardless.
At one time the Clippers was there. At one time. And then I think Paul got hurt and they sat Kawhi for a while.
Yeah, but they were hurt from the beginning of the season. Who's to say they were ever have been 100%?
True, I give you that.
So, since they were number one in the West, pretty much, I say maybe there might have been a week or two where somebody else was number one. But for the most part, they were number one the entire season. That has to speak a little something. I mean, that's got to be a little feather in their cap.
Yeah, I give you that. But let's see. Moving on. If he doesn't win a championship, do you think LeBron James will get back to another one?
Well, but before I answer that, the messed up thing is if he loses, people will count it against him.
Yeah, of course. I will.
No, I know.
I'm going to be like, damn, in a short season, he couldn't even get his team ready to play.
Exactly. And that's the hater in you. And I understand it.
Yeah, it's there.
I just feel like if he loses, people are going to say it counts. If he wins, he's in a no-win situation right now. And I think a lot of that has to do with people like the man he is. Mm-hmm. They just don't like the superstar that he is. Nobody. I don't really think he doesn't fall in that same ilk as Kobe and Jordan. And
you been a LeBron lover, a LeBron fan. Can't you even see why? Like for some reason?
Nope, can't see. I've never.
You never understood why?
He got the hate from day one. Before he even said anything, he got the hate.
Well, that was the whole labeling yourself the king, and I'm better than Jordan. And
But did he do that, or did the media label him? I mean, he could have. Don't call me that.
He took number 23.
He did do that. You know
Yeah.
what? And that's one thing I will say. But
Yeah.
Kobe did the same thing, though.
No, he didn't.
Kobe tried to beat Jordan.
Yeah, but he didn't take the number.
I like how you doing that. That's that little what's that in Don't Drink Your Juice in South Central?
South Central.
Message. That's what message.
Just saying.
Keep doing it throughout the whole show. I like that.
Now, back to the if he, you said it. If he don't win, he's still going to get blamed. Now, do you think he, being that team's pretty old, most of the parts are old, right? You got filler pieces around, right? So, do you think? I know that team wouldn't be able to get back. They would have to lean on Anthony Davis for the whole year, pretty much. But do you think they can gear up for another run if they get maybe someone else to come over and play?
They definitely would have to get another person. I don't think you can lean on Rondo again. He seems like the last few years he's become extremely injury prone. He gets hurt every single day.
And he's difficult to deal with.
Exactly. And so Rondo, you can't depend on Avery Bradley. He's always hurt. They're going to have to retool this thing. And do you think they'll be able to get a free agent? I don't even know who the free agents are.
At the time, I don't think anyone's up that I know of right now. But do I think they can? Is it? Well, we're asking, is anyone going to be willing to come play with them, right?
Big time. Not elite A level player, but maybe a B level player. Somebody like Jimmy Butler already signed with the Heat. I would have loved to seen Jimmy.
Now that would have been a real good matchup. That would have been good.
Like a rough rider like that.
Yeah.
He needs somebody like that.
Yeah.
But do you think somebody like that from his ilk, somebody at that level? I just don't know who the free agents are, and I'm gonna have to pull that up later.
No, they're gonna have to play for the league minimum, right? Because they're pretty loaded as far as salary cap wise. You got Anthony on the books. You got LeBron coming up.
Yep. Plus, you got a lot of little other pieces like Dwight Howard.
Yeah. Those are the pieces I'm thinking about not coming back next year, and they're gonna have to get someone. But I don't think they're gonna be able to get someone to actually fill that role. You need kind of a what Artest was to Kobe those last years, right?
Now, what if DeMarcus Cousins comes back healthy now? Because he's still under contract.
I'm not sure if he's ever going to be healthy again.
You don't think he'll ever be able to get it back?
Yeah, he got hurt, right? He Achilles the heel, and he got hurt again by compensation. The other side got hurt.
Yeah.
Like a calf or something.
I've never seen a big man come back from that.
No, not and be that productive the way that he was, because he was like a top 10 player in the league at the time he got hurt. He was giving you 22 and 12, something like that.
To me, he was just as outside of the defensive side. He was just as good, if not better, than Anthony Davis.
Yeah, yeah. At the height of their career, I'd probably take Boogie over AD.
Definitely would, because he had that nastiness.
Yeah, he's gonna scare people off. He's gonna at least scare people off of 3 rebounds a game.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? And he's gonna come to the rim and
Charles Oakley vibe.
Yeah, but he has skills. That Rodman too. But not really Rodman, but he was just skilled because he don't jump. He never jumped.
No, never. And if he dunked on somebody, he was getting off a couple of inches off the ground. So yeah, man, I feel bad for him. I definitely do. But to answer your question, I don't know if they'll be able to retool. Like I said, if Boogie Cousins comes back and he's 75% of the player he is, and if somehow Dwight Howard comes back, I think you can get something out of Dwight Howard for one more year. Yeah, seeing that he had this long of a layoff. If Caruso, I know it sounds kind of funny me saying his name, the white guy, the white point guard.
Yeah, the only white guy on their team. Yeah, he has potential. He has potential to be a not a star or nothing like that, but I think he can give you 8 to. He could be your Paxton. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He can be John.
And on a team like that, you don't need a big time point guard. You just need somebody who's not going to turn the ball over and somebody who can distribute the ball when LeBron's on the bench. That's all you need.
Yeah. Now back to
Kuzma's still there. We forgot about Kuzma.
Yeah, but something's wrong with him. Just like we spoke about before. Remember when LeBron comes to the team, he's gonna steal talent from somewhere. He's gonna suck away the talent. He's like the Monster dudes.
Yeah.
Your talent's gonna get sucked out somehow, meaning someone who got the shots and they actually ran plays through that person at certain periods of the game. You won't get those anymore.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
You don't get him no more. And it's a sacrifice that you have to make to win a championship, a la why Kyrie left.
Yeah, that's exactly why he left. I'm trying to think of another superstar who drained other players' potential as much as LeBron. And I'm trying to think like other players that went to the Lakers with Kobe and their production falling off.
Because most of those people,
it's all pretty much stayed at his same level.
Yeah, because Kobe needed that wingman, that Robin to his Batman. But with LeBron, he get fillers. You get what I'm saying? Like Rick Fox came over from Boston with the LA team with Shaq and Kobe. Who else came over? Ori came over. You're getting fillers. You're rarely gonna get a third superstar.
Well, I don't like that anyway.
And somehow LeBron would remember, he still would get 3 superstars, him plus 2. Right? You had him in Miami, and then you had him in what's that? I'm sorry.
I said, you know why he was doing that though, right? He had
to. He tried to match up with Boston. But I'm saying once Boston was down, he still went, and then he had to build up to try to beat Golden State. So he went and got Kevin Love, and then Kyrie was there. But once again, Kevin Love, another product of the monster suckage of his skills.
He hasn't been the same basketball player since he left Minnesota.
Am I tripping?
I don't think he'll never get back to that. He was a 25,
11, 12. Yeah, 11. He was giving at least 11, 12 rebounds. Sometimes I remember one night I looked up, this man had 40 and 20.
No, he was a beast. Now, I will say this. Playing on one of the worst teams in the NBA, if you're a good player and you're a special talent, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of players that could have. But I'm not going to.
That's what I was going to say. Not a lot, because remember, he
could have did that too.
Maybe a few, but they would have had to have his skill set and his height. Because remember, even though he was on a suck team, it should be much easier for the team to hone on him and stop him. This man came in with a not so average team and came in and kicked ass every time by actually. Dropping, like I told you, I looked up, the man had 40 and 20 one time. I'm like, that's Wilt Chamberlain numbers, man. Then he go to...
he was a beast.
And what he averaged when he go to Cleveland? Man averaged about 15 and 5. No, about 15 and 8.
I think his best season in those 4 years with LeBron might have been 17 points, but he definitely never got past that.
No.
And, so, there's some truth to what you're saying. So, I don't know. I don't know if people are intimidated by him. I don't know what it is, because he doesn't seem like that much. He is a passive aggressive. He's one of those dudes who will act like everything's good and just annihilate.
He's the opposite of Jordan as far as perception.
Yes,
they can be the same people. Just like I used to tell C. Anthony, me and Corey's just alike. But if he has a destination, I might go left, he go right, but we wind up in the same destination.
Yeah.
LeBron wants to be like Jordan. He want to wind up in the same destination, just like Kobe, end of the year in the championship game, right? That's what they aim to do every year that they play. But LeBron's gonna do it with like this smile on his face, making people seem like he's a nice guy. But I know for sure LeBron has hit teams, didn't like certain people, they were out of there. Then he gets who he want in. So you know, you're a nice guy, true, but are you really? You know, I'm talking about in sports. You know, I like LeBron for what he does, his activist, and you know what he does. You know, I love it. I
just think that in this day and age, your image is so important because of social media. You get your endorsements through, you know, seeing your face and your image, and so it could very well possibly be a big act.
Yeah,
and he's really just as cutthroat as Jordan. He just presents it in a different way. He'll smile in your face and he'll punch you in the back. That's what he does. He'll punch you in the instead of Jordan will just punch you in your face. He'll punch you in the back metaphorically.
Yeah. He's like, I don't have to get you up to play. I try, get him out of here, I get someone else in there. Like a shrewd Wall Street businessman, which he is.
He might have his arm around you while they're upstairs getting your release papers together, saying, you know, it'll all be good, it'll work out. But in the meanwhile, he's like, all right, this dude will be out of here after tonight.
Yeah, but you know what? He's a black, rich athlete. He's an activist. Let's clap it up for LeBron. Like, let's clap it up for him. Let's clap it up. Let it go for a little while. Let it clap up. Raise the roof from little tiny roof. I'm gonna raise. There you go. That's the. All right, there you go. So you got me saying something nice about LeBron for the rest of the year.
I'm gonna have to get that out of you again.
Nah, you good. You're lucky. No, you're lucky I said that. You gets nothing.
When he wins the championship, this pathetic excuse. Same thing with baseball, though. If somebody wins the World Series this year, man, nobody really cares about that. But,
no.
I mean,
the only time. Wait, hold on. They would care if the Astros won.
Yes, they would.
Yeah.
I think people would be extremely upset if the Astros won. And I know people be like, "Are you kidding me?"
Are you kidding?
And it can happen.
I want them to win bad now because of that, and because well, you know what? We're going into a different subject. Let's stick on LeBron. Okay, so who you got? You're definitely gonna have LeBron, and you're gonna have the Clippers coming out the West. Not coming out the West, playing in the Western Conference Finals, right?
Yeah. No, wait. Is this a tournament or is this a regular playoff? I thought it was some type of tournament.
No, I think this. No, I haven't heard about the like a play. Like a one and out.
NCAA
one and done. I don't think so.
Oh, so it's going to be regular.
I think so.
Oh, well, if it's a regular playoff, then I think that's going to be more respectable. I thought it was going to be this NCAA thing where it was like one and done until you got to like the Western Conference Finals type thing.
They were speaking on that, and I thought it was, but I haven't heard anything about it since they mentioned it like maybe a month and a half ago.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't either. So I'm not really sure. But if it's a regular playoff and you're just talking about they missed 22 games this year, then you got to count that. If it's the regular playoffs and you only missed 22 games during the season, you're the number one team in the West the whole year.
Yeah, well, that's going to come down to who's lost to COVID.
Well, that's true too.
Right? Yeah, you might have to shut down the whole team if more than 3 people get it.
Now, see, if anything like that happens, then that just throws the.
Right, but back to, I wanted to ask you a question before we get on out of here. Yeah, we got to get out soon. Last question. Yeah. All right, so if the Clippers and the Lakers play, and Clippers is at full strength, and LeBron, we know they can't be at full strength because they lost 2 players already. Do you think they have a chance to beat the Clippers?
Now you say so the Lakers already have 2 pieces, and you're saying if the Clippers,
they stay just like they are now, they're at full strength.
They have no chance.
Yeah, I think not.
If everybody's healthy, the Clippers are going to beat the Lakers without Avery.
I think with AD and LeBron, they can bring it to maybe 6 or 7.
I think they could. It all depends on
your boy would need to step up. What's his name? Paxson.
For the Lakers?
Yeah.
Oh, Caruso.
Caruso would have to step up and kind of become that Dellavedova of that year when they lost Kyrie and Love to Golden State.
Now, if he can do that, because he's way better shooter than Dellavedova, he's bigger, he's taller. He actually seems like he can get to the hole pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good player, so you're right. If he can step it up, I think they have a way better chance. If he can, if he doesn't, they have no shot.
All right. So I guess we'll wrap up this little segment by saying we discussed it. LeBron James have no chance of winning a championship.
No, we didn't say that. To strike that off the record, Your Honor. No, we didn't say that. We said if we said he's going to win. That's what I said. He's going to win the championship, and you're going to respect it.
My butt cheeks. But once again, this segment is being brought to you by Roadrunner Mexican Restaurant, located at 2931 Fairfield Avenue in Bridgeport, Connecticut, ran by the local legend Chef Luis himself. So, all right, Kay, that was fun. Wrap it up for us, buddy. Oh, yeah, once again, I like to say, listening on YouTube, make sure you punch, smash, hit, poke that subscribe button. Make sure you do the same with the like button and leave a comment at the bottom of the page.
Now, what I would like you to do is, remember the Karate Kid when he hurt his leg and he does a little crane thing with the leg lifted up? I want you guys to do that to the like button. Do the little Karate Kid leg kick, broken ankle leg kick, whatever you want to call that. You do that to the like button, and I promise you, we're going to bring you great content from here on out. So go subscribe too. So, with that being said, this is Sports Fans Only. I'm KJ. That's Sean
Mack.
And we'll be right back.